Hello everyone, let's discuss the concept of double entry system in this lecture. Students, you must know, see the term double entry system. It means it is a system. System is what? Which is complete and scientific in itself. That is a system. And every system has some rules, some principles which are followed while applying the concept of that system. So now what is double entry system? According to this system in business, every financial transaction affects at least two accounts and it affects in opposite direction. You must know that in accounting we use the term debit and credit. Debit and credit has its meaning, different meanings according to the financial transaction, which I would like to tell you in my next lecture. That will be based on rules of debit and credit. There it will be clear to you. Now coming to this double entry system, it is a system in which every financial transaction affects at least two accounts in opposite direction. One account is debited, another account is credited. It means what is this? One account is debited, one account is credited. For instance, I tell you this with the help of an example. For example, students, you go to the market and buy a mobile phone and you make payment in cash. See, two accounts are affected. You, on the one hand, you are buying electronic product, mobile. The mobile is coming to you. You become the owner of mobile, but at the same time the second account is affected, that is cash account. You made payment by cash, so simultaneously two accounts are affected. Mobile is coming, cash is going. The electronic item mobile will be debited and cash will be credited. This is what double entry system. And remember one thing, this system is scientific, systematic and very accurate because it is based on very clear and well defined rules of debit and credit, principles of double entry system. In this lecture, further let's discuss the principles or characteristics of this double entry system. The first principle or the characteristic of double entry system is every business transaction affects at least two accounts. Every financial business transaction, you paid salary by cash, you paid salary by check, you purchased goods, you sold goods, you earned interest, you paid bank charges. Any financial transaction is that transaction which can be explained in terms of money, in terms of finance. So that is clear that every business financial transaction affects two accounts in opposite direction. One account is debited and the another account is credited. Second principle or feature of double entry system is recording of personal and impersonal aspects. In double entry system, not only the person's accounts are maintained, but impersonal accounts are also maintained. Personal accounts means the accounts of debtors and creditors, the accounts of bank, insurance company. Not only these accounts are maintained, not only the accounts of suppliers or customers are maintained, but at that same time we also maintain the impersonal account. And impersonal accounts include the assets account, the properties accounts. These are also equally important because in order to have the true profitability and financial position of the business, all personal and impersonal aspects of financial transaction must be covered and these are taken into accounts. Third principle or characteristic of double entry system is certain specified rules. Yes, at the beginning of the lecture I told you every system needs to have some rules, needs to have some principles, and there are rules of debit and credit which is part of double entry system itself. Once you understand the rules of debit and credit, easily you would be able to apply the double entry system. You would be able to record financial transaction in the books of accounts. And fourth and the last principle or characteristic of double entry system is preparation of trial balance. Remember students, once you start recording financial transaction in the books of accounts, you want to know whether you are recording the transactions properly or not. Some errors, some mistakes occurred or not. In order to know the arithmetical accuracy, we prepare what? Trial balance. Trial balance is a statement in which debit balances of different accounts are put on the debit side, credit amounts are put on credit side, and if both the amount match, that ensures that books of accounts are maintained properly and there is arithmetical accuracy. Arithmetical, understand it. Whatever amount you record on the debit side, same amount you have been recording on the credit side. This is the arithmetical accuracy. It doesn't mean that there is no mistake. There may be an error on account of application of principle, but there is no error on account of amounts recorded if debit and credit side match. So students, this is a double entry system, and I think the concept must be clear to you properly. In the coming lectures you will find the rules of debit and credit and the concepts of different basic terms, terminology of accounting, and the other books also like cash book, subsidiary books, and accounting equation. If you like the video, please press the like button. If channel not yet subscribed, please subscribe the channel and share the video with your friends and the classmates.